Imagine sitting in a meeting when your manager leans over, rubs his face against your neck, says you smell good, and flicks your lower lip. In a typical office building, that behavior meets the legal standard for a hostile work environment. This photograph shows an empty Hollywood soundstage. When this conduct happens here during a romantic drama, the legal system views it through a complicated lens. This is actor Blake Lively, who recently found herself at the center of that legal complexity. And this is Justin Baldoni, her director and co-star in the film It Ends With Us. This diagram outlines the scope of Lively's initial lawsuit against Baldoni. She filed 13 separate claims, and the majority of them were built on allegations of workplace sexual harassment. But a federal judge recently threw out 10 of those 13 claims. The decision exposed a massive legal gray area in how the justice system governs the physical conduct of actors at work. To understand the judge's ruling, you have to look at the context of the film. It Ends With Us is a domestic abuse drama that inherently requires multiple intimate scenes between Lively and Baldoni's characters. During the filming of those scenes, Lively alleged that Baldoni crossed a line, claiming he gestured to kiss her, rubbed his mouth against her neck, flicked her lip, and caressed her. This is the United States courthouse where federal judge Lewis Liman issued a 152-page opinion dismissing those specific harassment claims. Judge Liman reasoned that because Baldoni was acting in a scene, his physical actions are judged differently than they would be on a factory floor or in an executive suite. The court relied on the idea that artists require a safe space to experiment within an agreed script without the constant threat of liability for actions required by the role. The judge's ruling highlights a unique legal reality for the creative arts. A director can engage in physical conduct on a soundstage that might result in immediate termination in almost any other profession. But the creative context wasn't the only hurdle for Lively's case. The judge also focused on her specific employment status. This chart contrasts worker protections. Standard W-2 employees are covered by a wide range of federal harassment laws. But because Lively was an independent contractor, many protections did not apply, a loophole invalidating her right to bring several claims to trial. Once that complex legal ruling was released, a public relations battle immediately erupted. Baldoni's lawyer described the defendants as very good people and framed the dismissal as a total vindication based on actual evidence. Lively's legal team countered that Baldoni's victory was based on technicalities, arguing that he avoided a jury because of Lively's contractor status and the geographical location of the filming. With the harassment claims removed from the courtroom, both legal teams are now weaponizing the judge's ruling to control the public narrative. Despite the headlines, the legal battle between Lively and Baldoni is not over. It has simply narrowed into a much more specific fight. This timeline marks the focus of the upcoming May 18th trial. The case will now center on Lively's allegations of a retaliatory PR smear campaign launched by Baldoni's team following the movie's release. The remaining legal stakes have shifted from protecting physical safety on a film set to protecting a celebrity's reputation in the press. But separate from the upcoming PR trial, the dismissal of the harassment claims leaves behind a notable observation about the industry. Judge Liman's opinion signals a standard that will persist after this case. The legal boundary lines of a film set are far more porous than those in the rest of the working world. While the May trial may finally settle the PR feud, the debate over where a co-star ends and a harasser begins will linger long after the verdict.